Welcome back to the Champ Outdoors. This week we're going to be on the pond, mostly due to the weather that we've had this past week. We've had roughly about 5 inches of rain, so everything's washed out, muddy, flooded, and we got winds today 15 mile an hour, gusting up to 20 and 30 mile an hour. So instead of going out on the lake this week, we're going to the pond and we're going to see what we can do with some of these Googan Baits. So I've got a Bandito Bug and a Rattlin Ned in California Crawl and Summer Crawl. I've never really used any of the Googan Baits because they've come out when I was away from fishing. So we're gonna see what we can do on the pond. See here. There we go. Oh. Oh, there we go. There's a little better fish. Okay, hold on. So, guess you could say the Bandito Bug works. Full of eggs. I'll get a couple. Get our little photo op. Now we'll put her back in. She's got a nice thick gut on her. I will say these Googan plastics do seem good and soft. I mean, see if we can get another use out of this one. There we go. So our Bandito Bug's getting a little beat up here. Get it re-rigged. Let's see if we can get another one. All right. But the big fish are the ones that chow down on them. I missed him. Yep. That's why I brought more plastic. But the big fish are the ones that chow down on them. I missed him. Yep. That's why I brought more plastic. All the arms are broke loose and able to flap as much as possible because, again, I've got muddy water, windy. We just had a cold front come through. So that's kind of the thought process behind this, is I want as much vibration as possible. Let's just see what happens, or we'll just swim one in real quick here. Let's see, just kind of. So how I'm working this is I'm just hopping it along the bottom. Every strike I've had today wasn't like they came up and just blew it up. They kind of just picked it up and started swimming with it. So we're using the Rattlin Ned now. It's got a glass. It's basically almost like a Cinco, but it's got a glass chamber with rattles in it in the tail. I'm thinking for muddy water, it may be something different enough that could really work well. So it's not going to provide a lot of movement, but it is going to make a lot of noise. And that's kind of my thought process on this. So I'm popping the Ned rig here because again, I've got that Rattlin Ned on there. Try to make as much noise as possible since I'm not putting out any vibration with it. Just missed one there. So let's flip back in. Let's drop back down. See if it's still there. Yep. Woo! Alright. A little bit different fish this time. So. There we go. So, I think he might have been what was stealing my Bandito Bug. There we go. All right. Yeah, right in the top of the mouth. Not to wonder if that was the same fish, but now it's a little smaller. But yeah, okay. Right through the top of the lip. Pop that out a bit. Were you the one that's been messing with me? Yeah. Yeah, look at how. So yep. Right in there. And again, that time I actually, once I felt any kind of pressure, I just slacked, watched the line, let it run with it a bit. Yep. Decent looking back. So swim off. So maybe a small sample size, but so far these Googan Baits have not caught me a small bass. I mean, that last one wasn't a monster, but it's a good sized fish for what's in this pond, or what I usually catch out of this pond. That one didn't have a hole in his lip, so it's not one we've caught, or I've caught recently anyway. pulling up grass. The only bad part about when you start pulling that up is, well, you're pretty sure, well, I'm almost positive it's not a fish most of the time. Just can't bring myself to, there we go, I saw that one come up. Yeah, that was a reaction strike there. Man, that was cool. Okay. So as I was sitting there trying to say, having trouble bringing myself, when I feel it get heavy with grass and vegetation, as I was saying that I was having trouble popping it, I popped it, and sure enough, I saw him flash up and flash at it, and I just hammered it. It was fun, man. That's cool when that works out. Kind of the opposite strategy of what we were doing last time we were out here, where we want to keep everything high in the water column, but I think with how everything's warmed up this past week, because we've had decent weather outside of the cold rain. I mean, most of the week it's been pretty warm. So I think this, again, small body of water, I think should have been fairly warm in here most of the week. But yeah, bluebird skies, post cold front, I mean, everything working against us. It hasn't been too bad. That's a fish. There we go. Come on. Hey, he's trying to barrel roll like a catfish. Oh. I mean, now the size I was kind of expecting are coming up to eat. Oh, be careful. There he goes. Alrighty, we're bringing it through the wood here. Every time I bounce over a limb, I'm giving slack, letting it fall, just in case something's just waiting for something to, like that. There we go. So I was trying to say, whoa. Well, that was all kinds of excitement. So, while I was messing with that, a branch on the tree just broke and fell, kind of doing what I just, you know, put an exclamation point on what I was saying, where I'm fishing the wood under there. And this fish right here, I came over that stick up out there, and it came up, hit it on the fall, and my line just started going sideways. That's how I knew to set the hook. All right, get it back in the water. Now let's cast back over there real quick. Okay. Keep waiting for me to go to pop it. There it is. Still got it. Yep. Yep, you can see it swimming. There we go. Okay. There we go. Pop that off. So yeah, that one was toying with it. Looks like someone's got a hold of him. He's a little beat up. don't have much of our Ned rig holding us on. This Rattlin Ned, it's doing a pretty good job. So again, these Googan plastics are pretty soft, but they seem to be holding up pretty well. That's what, 4 or 5 fish on this one. And I think the only reason I was losing the Bandito bugs were. That does it for another week of the Champ Outdoors. This week we used those 2 Googan baits, the Rattlin Ned and the Bandito Bug. Our big fish came off the Bandito Bug. And as far as the actual plastics go, they're nice soft plastics. The fish seem to hang on to them really well. And even though they're that soft, they seem pretty durable. The Ned rig, I had what, 4 or 5 fish on before it started to actually get torn up to where I couldn't use it, or to where it really wasn't going to be as effective anymore. I think the Bandito bugs, the reason they kept ripping off was more of a size of the fish that was hitting it issue than the actual plastic itself. But next week I've got first tournament of the year, so I'm hoping to take you all along with us. That being said, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next Monday at 11 a.m. Central.